From the grave I rise! Hello and welcome everyone to another Saturday night stream with yours truly, skeleton VTuber, Sky Torisuna. And I hope everyone out there watching is having a good night and have had a good day. Welcome to the stream. We are, as you can tell by the title, once again playing Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Last time we left off, we were in the second case where our poor mentor Mia Fey had unfortunately lost her life due to an unknown assailant, leaving her younger sister Maya Fey to unfortunately take the blame, and is now currently on trial for her murder. We have gotten through the first day of investigation as well as the first court case, so now we are on the second day of investigation. Here is hoping that we are able to find what we need in order to clear Maya's name. And, of course, indict the actual killer of Mia Fey. But who knows? Well, actually, I know. I know that we will. Also, I may or may not be doing voices tonight. We will see how I feel. It is low-ish energy. I am not as hyped up as I was last time I played. So we may just be doing normal voices. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how I feel. I might just fall into some naturally, but, you know. Okay, so let's just go ahead and play the game. Let me find the game screen. There it is. And once we load it up, we'll get right into it. Oh, right, I forgot it starts in windowed. It's weird. Not bad weird, it's just weird. There we go. Capcom! Press enter. How about I click instead? Ah, okay. So it does remember my settings. Okay, cool. Continue! Turnabout Sisters. Yeah, so we are on day 2 of investigation. Like I said, if my energy picks up a little bit, I'll start doing voices. But for right now, we'll stick with what we got. I meant to raise the D. I forgot. Well, hello. I didn't expect anyone to visit me in such a dank place as this. It's really quite moving. It's like, yeah, well, you're crazy, so. Not, you stinking lawyer. I hope you die. It's like, well, okay, ma'am. Look, I'm just doing my job. Have you come to laugh? Yes, laugh at the fallen Miss May. No, not really. There's something I wanted to ask. Unfortunately, there is nothing I want to be asked. Haven't you done enough questioning, you spiky head? Hey, lay off my hairstyle, alright? I use a lot of hair gel, okay? It's iconic. Here we go again. Please, you're scaring the security guard. Look at him back there, he's horrified. So, what is it you wish to ask of me then? For starters, how did you get to be so totally whacked? I blame all the pink hair dye. It has seeped into her brain. Let's see. What's your attitude, lady? Say, why are you so angry? I mean, you don't look like a bad person. Ooh, that does it! Bottom being scum-sucking lawyer. Bottom? I can't tell. Does she have a thing against lawyers? Or just against me? Why did you place a wiretap on Mia's phone? Aw, when you say it like that, it sounds so cold, so criminal. Tapping people's phones is a crime, Miss May. Oh, and I suppose you learned that in lawyer school, Creep. This woman is impossible to talk to. About the man who stayed with you in your hotel room. Scandalous. Can you tell me about him? Where is he? Come on. No way, Jose. Maybe if I had something to get her to talk. Do we have anything that we can present to her to get her to talk? The wiretap. Guess what? Actually, I really hate your guts, so get lost. Because, well, I'm not cooperating. Thanks, I noticed. I don't think we have anything yet. We might have to move from here. Let's go back to the hotel. Maybe we can get some stuff. September 7th, Gatewater Hotel, room 303. Ah, welcome, sir. Quite the performance today, if I dare say so myself. Oh, Thanks. Sorry for putting you on the spot like that. No, no, not at all, sir. Your effort today can only help the Gatewater's rep, as they say. Huh? Rep? Yes, our reputation will swell as the hotel where the murderer used a wiretap. We can charge a premium for the room, of course. It will be great for business, sir. Whoa, whoa! Miss May hasn't been charged with murder. I, too, will become famous. The bellboy who brought the murderer iced coffee. Why do I feel like we're both stuck in the same bad dream? So, you are our honored guest. Please let me know if there's anything I can bring you. Yeah, can you bring me the murderer? Yeah, what's the deal with Miss May? In more ways than one. About Miss May. Oh, her? Sir, not to boast, but I knew the moment I saw her. She'd do it, I said. Do what? I'm starting to think the most suspicious person here is this guy. I wanted to ask you about the man who was with Miss May. Ah, yes. He struck me as a real lady killer, if you'll pardon the expression. I knew it from the moment I saw him, sir. He and I are of the same ilk. We both carry the scent of danger. I think the only thing you carry the scent of is the fucking tea you're carrying. There we are in total agreement. There we are in total agreement, Mr. Psycho Bellboy. If you had a photo of that man, I'm sure I could identify him. A photo? Something we need to get for later. Could you tell me about this hotel? Absolutely! And on that subject, I have an excellent idea, sir. Currently, this hotel is known as the Gatewater. I propose that we add a subtitle. A subtitle? The Gatewater Hotel, Murder Manor. Well, what do you think? Sounds great! Whatever floats your tea set. Right, pardon me, dude, I'm gonna look around a bit. Can we look at this drawer again? Huh? There's still a screwdriver stuck in that drawer! Ah, please leave that as it is, sir. That's the Drawer of Terror, hiding place of the murderer's wiretap. It's set to become one of the most popular attractions here. This guy's serious. I don't believe it. A bottle and 2 glasses rest on the table. Why hasn't he cleaned these up by now? Ah, I beg your pardon, sir, but if you could please refrain from touching those. It's part of the decor. I call it the last drink before murder. We'll be famous. The talk of the hotel industry. Okay, dude. Nice weather again today. I can see the Fang Company law offices, of course. Ah, yes. We plan to install a telescope in that window, of course. Just $5 will earn you 3 minutes of a view to a kill. Just kidding, sir. By that look in his eyes, I'd say he was more than serious. Okay. Nothing to do here. Let's go to Grossberg. September 7th. Grossberg Law Offices. You know, something has changed in here, but I can't quite put my finger on it. Huh. Looks like Grossberg is out today. Again. Maybe he's avoiding me for some reason. Okay. Wait a second. Wasn't there a giant painting hanging on that wall? Yeah. Yeah, it was a painting of... fishermen? Wasn't it? It wasn't a very memorable painting anyhow. But this is important. What's this? Old photos? There are 2 lying here. Something's been written in pencil on the backs. DL6 Incident, Exhibit A. DL6 Incident, Exhibit B. Let's take a look at these. Exhibit A. I'm sure I've seen this person somewhere. Perhaps I'll borrow this photo. I'm sure no one will miss just one little photo. That might be a valuable clue. I'll take it for now. Photograph quietly added to the court record. A photo lies on the desk. Look at this man. Look at this cheesy ass smile. Maybe I should switch it with the one I took. Yeah, we'll swap photos for right now. This is important. I think I'll swap them. Let's go back to the detention center. I think I might have what I need. You again? Can't you take a hint and stay gone? Hey, the only reason I'm back here is because you won't talk to me. Oh, so it's my fault now. You don't just have spiky hair, you also have a spiky heart. That does it. When this case is done, I'm shaving my head. Present photo. Have a look at this. Look, I've said several times, I'm not telling you... Where did you... Aha! A reaction! This is him, isn't it? What? Who? When? Why? It is him. This is the man who stayed in your hotel room the night of the murder. No, that's not right. Nice try, Miss Cooperative. Do you have proof that was him? Yeah, proof! Show me proof! I'm so close. Okay, so I can't... I gotta go back to... the bellboy. Nope, I don't want to talk. 100%. Take a look at this photo. Look at this photograph. That's him, detective. I'm the lawyer. Oh, I know that. I just wanted to say detective once. You know how it is. No, I don't. Without a doubt, that is the man who checked in with Miss April May. How about I write an affidavit, swearing that that's him? An affidavit? This guy's way too excited about this. Yeah, please. Well, sure. Why not? Yes! Always wanted to write an affidavit, sir. From henceforth, I will be known as the bellboy who swore the affidavit. Affidavit, whatever the fuck it is. Just hurry up and write it. Bellboy's affidavit. Add it to the court record. Not even Miss May can play dumb to this. Could you have a look at this? What's that? The bellboy's affidavit. It tells us everything you saw, such as the man you checked in with, who was most definitely this guy. Now I'm getting somewhere. Push her. Oh, she got an eye twitch. This is it. All or nothing. Time to do a little bluff. No use playing dumb, if indeed that's an act. If you don't talk, I'm taking this info to the press. What? Even though he should have been witness to murder, your little friend was missing. I'm sure the press would have a field day with his reputation. Ooh, fine, I'll talk. You win, lawyer. Yes! Man, that felt good. It's great to be alive. Why are you pumping your fists in the air? Now, tell me about the man you were with. That man, he's my boss. Red Wright, the president of the information gathering conglomerate Blue Corp. Red? White? Information gathering? Well, I suppose you could call it a detective agency. So this is the man that was with you the night of the murder. I'm scared to... Oh, gosh. Hello, Dusk. Thank you for the raid. I'm scared to talk. I don't want to end up like her. Also, I'm not doing the voices for right now. If I don't know, feel more energetic, I will, but for right now, it's just like, ugh. It's a chill kind of night. But hello, welcome, Dusk and Raiders, welcome. For those who are unaware, I am Skeleton VTuber, Skytory Suna. Also, thank you, Hezekiah, for the follow. I'm a variety streamer, so expect a lot of different games, as evidenced by the fact that we're playing Ace Attorney, or Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney right now. The first in the, I guess you would call it the original trilogy of Phoenix Wright games? Sure, we'll go with that. I streamed this last week and I was doing funny voices, but it's sort of a chiller kind of night, so, I'm just running it normal. It's okay, I'll just ask Mr. White himself. Can you tell me where Blue Corp is located? Mr. Red White at last. Finally, a lead on this guy. April May couldn't have done it. That leaves him. Time to take action. Yes, we are also in the middle of the second case. Bellboy's affidavit discarded. Okay, let's go talk to Mr. White. Well, yeah, Dusk, how was Oxenfree? Did you get plenty of spooks in it? September 7th, Blue Corp Incorporated, CEO's office. That picture looks familiar. Good, and yeah? Okay, good. What's with this surreal decor? Welcome! Please furnish me with the title of your personage. What the... Your name! What's your name? I was just inquirably asking the title that you go by. Right. Phoenix Wright inquirably. Mr. Wright, is it? Right, I see. Splendiferous! Perhaps I have intimidated you with my giantesque vocabulary. What is this guy's problem? I'm Red White, CEO of Blue Corp. You know, corporate expansion official. I don't know if that's what CEO stands for. My business dealings bring me into the contact with the elite of the elite. So I'm afraid I am not used to conversing with the wordily challenged. What a fruitcake! Let me guess. You are an attorney fresh out of law school, are you not? That's the only explanation for why you would come to meet me like this. What does he mean by that? No matter. So, what business does a mighty lawyer have with a man such as myself? Yipes, this guy's arrogance meter is off the scale. Let's see. Let's inquire about Blue Corp for a bit. What kind of company is Blue Corp anyway? Ah, excellent question. We buy and sell various kinds of information. We're a company of the future, you might say. We are the future. Sell information? In just 10 years, I built this business up into the grand office you see now. Ah, in case you were wondering, Blue Corp was named after the color blue. Thanks, I wouldn't have guessed. I, Red White of Blue Corp, as founder and CEO, named it so. And why, you ask? Because I like the color blue, of course. Fantabulistic, is it not? I forgot about this guy's fucking vocabulary. I will say I had to end abruptly due to a phone call, and I forgot to choose your PC's name in it, so like, no VOD for me. Oh, rip! Oof. Yeah, you always gotta be careful about those kind of games. On the night of the murder, were you in April May's hotel room? Who could say? I seldom pay attention to mundane details such as time and place. My motto is, don't worry, be happy. Still, Mr. White, the hotel bellboy has stated on the record that he does remember you very clearly. No matter! The bellboy can say what he pleases. I still won't talk to you. If you want me to speak, put me on the witness stand. Although, I doubt you'd be capable of doing that. He raises a good question, actually. Why didn't the prosecution call him as a witness? He should have seen the same thing as April May. Oh ho ho! The police, the courts. To me, they are mere toys. Playthings for my amusement. Miss May is an employee of Blue Corp, is she not? Correct. She was my secretariat. What a shock it was to hear what she has done. What she has done? You mean the wiretap? Indeed! She is paid to answer phones. Tapping them is not in her job description. She does gather information for us as part of her duties. But I assure you we do not condone illegal methods. It is inevitable that she would do this. It sounds like you're trying to turn Miss May into a scapegoat. Yeah, what's the deal with that painting? There's something that's been bothering me. Yes? What might that be? That big painting on the wall over there. It's gorgeous. It's a very striking piece of art. Magnificentatious, isn't it? Yeah. Why am I making small talk? Okay. You know, I've actually seen that painting before. Oh? Just yesterday, actually. Your point being? My point is simple. Rather, my question is simple. Why is that painting hanging on your wall? Mr. Wrong, was it? Right. It appears you do not fully grasp your position here. I ask again, who are you? Huh? A lawyer? No, my feeble friend. A mere lawyer. Worth nothing. Zilch, zippo, nada. Just like that sorry excuse for an attorney, Grody Burger. What? He punched me. Well, Mr. Lawyer, what will you do, eh? Charge me with assault? Charge away, I welcome it, for it is you who will be found guilty. What? Heed my exposition. The police, the courts, they all do my bidding. So you say. But I wonder, is that kind of control really possible? I don't expect you to understand. It is a world beyond your comprehension. You came here from Grody Burgers, I presume? Mr. Crossberg's, yes. Then you must ask him, why is it that this painting of his hangs here? Perhaps then he will tell you. Perhaps he will explain how a man can live life purely for personal profit. Go now. Skedaddle. There is nothing more to discuss. I unironically had fun voicing him just now. I don't know why. Just the inflection. I was not planned ahead of time to give him like that kind of voice. Huh? I don't think he's noticed me standing here. Maybe I should clear my throat? Ahem! Jehoshaphat! Oh, you. What's wrong? You look so pensive, like an old man at the end of his days. Hmm? I'm not senile yet. I was just thinking about this whole mess. Something's really bothering him, that much is clear. So you came to see the trial? Yes, I did. Something was bothering me all last night, you see. Couldn't get a wink of sleep. Really? What was that? Well, you see, it's just Mia's sister, that poor girl. My boy, I owe you my thanks, truly. I don't know what I would have done if things had gone poorly for the girl. Yeah, speaking of which, I asked before, but why did you refuse her request for defense? I think I have a right to know. A right, Mr. Wright? No, I'm sorry. It's just, I need more time to think about it, my boy. He does seem troubled about something. I'm starting to have a feeling I know what it is. So, I played Blue Corp a visit. Oh, I see. Mr. Grossberg. I have to admit, something has been bothering me. Oh, what is it? Well, out with it, my boy. You see, it's just... Mr. Grossberg, sir, there was a giant painting hanging right there the other day, was there not? The one you said you had no intention of parting with? Well, I saw it. Today. It was in the CEO's office at Blue Corp. Red White's office. So, you noticed. I suppose I should have guessed you would. It is a large painting. Mr. Grossberg, I know you and Mr. White are connected somehow. Connected, you say? Yes, and I know what it is. You're lovers! It's not something I can claim to understand, but you and Mr. Wright are lovers, aren't you? What? My boy! You sent that painting to him as a sign of undying love. My boy, please! You're letting your fancies run away with you. Where do you get these bizarre ideas? I don't understand how you could... That's because I'm not. We're not. Don't be ridiculous. Enough. I'll swallow my pride and tell you all. Oh, I had to take a drink after that. Oh, that was... that was good. I knew it! They are lovers! No, we are not lovers! Happy Pride Month, everyone. Whew. Red Wright is a man who makes his living through intimidation. Blue Corp is a company that excels in finding people's weaknesses, I'm afraid. I've been paying them for 15 years now. 15 years! All because of the DL6 incident, as you may have guessed. Remember that. Remember DL6. It is a lot more important than you would think. The name on the back of those photographs! As you suspected, I could not stand in defense of Maya because of this. White would have destroyed me if I did. So that's the connection. It is hard for me to tell you this, my boy. But arresting Red White will be nigh on impossible. Impossible? Why? He has information on everyone. It gives him an iron grip. He owns judges, attorneys, prosecutors, police, and politicians. What? They are bound, unable to do harm to themselves, and therefore to him. Don't look at me like that. What you see is nothing more than the weight of many years. Okay, so the DL6 incident. What is the DL6 incident? DL6 is nothing more than the sorting code the police gave the case. It was 15 years ago now. I received a request from a medium. A spirit medium. A medium? Her name was Misty Faye. Faye! Indeed. She was Mia's mother. She had been investigating a murder at the bequest of the police. And she failed. As a result, the police called her a fraud. This is what Maya was talking about the other day. I did all I could for her, and in the end, cleared her of wrongdoing. That murder case, however, remains unsolved to this day. That case is the DL6 incident. But why were you blackmailed over this, Mr. Grossberg? The DL6 incident was top secret at the time. It made sense. The police didn't want people to know they were using a medium. They couldn't let people know. But one person found out. I told him. You told White? He offered me riches. It is an embarrassment to me now. Because I talked, the police were mocked far and wide. In secret, they began looking for the one who sold them out. Of course, White heard about it, and he came to me. Only this time, the offer was blackmail. I see. White controls the laws of this country as he sees fit. Yet, if you would still challenge him, have a close look at Mia's office. Mia's office? She followed his every move for years. She may have recorded something of what she found. Sounds like we're going back to Bay & Company law offices. It's funny looking at this room. It seems so normal. Hard to imagine a murder took place here. Mr. Grossberg said there would be clues. Maybe I should have another look. Like this plant! Mia's favorite potted plant. Guess I'll have to water it now. His desk, perfectly clean as always. The only thing it's missing is Mia. An old movie poster. Apparently, this was the first movie that made Mia cry when she saw it. I'll have to check it out one of these days. The sky is blue, and so am I. There's that hotel right across the way. Okay, so I can't... What am I... probably the bookshelf, huh? All the cases the chief worked on are filed here. They're in alphabetical order. Let's take a look. Which file should I look at? File T to Z. T, U... I know! W! White! The entire W section is missing! Was it taken? Let's try B. Maybe Blue Corp. Let's see if there's a record in this file that catches my eye. A, B, F. I see Faye. That's me and Maya's mother. Should I take a look? I have tarnished the Faye name, leaving only these words, my mother vanished. I was determined to find the ones who had made my mother blame herself in this way. Using the power that runs in my family, I held an audience with the dead. Finally, the names of two men surfaced. One was Marvin Grossberg, the lawyer who sold my mother's information for riches. The other was the man who sold that information to the press. This parasite, who makes his fortune on threats and coercion. His name is... record stops there. So Mia knew Grossberg. Let's take a look at that middle one. Let's see. J through S. Nothing much in here. Maybe I'll just skin some of this? Well, no harm in flipping through a bit, I guess. The biggest part's here, at the end in S. Suicide? Ew. It's just a collection of suicide reports. There's politicians, policemen. There's writing on most of these in pencil. White. This is Mia's handwriting. Wait, I get it! Mia thought he was involved in these suicides. White drove them all to... I can use these newspaper clippings. Let's find the most disturbing one. Okay. Let's go back to Grossberg and present the newspaper clippings to him and see what he says. I found this in Mia's files. So she was investigating Red White as I expected. Well, if you wanted to challenge him, you could present this in court. Not a bad idea. We go back to the detention center. Apparently, Miss May is in questioning. I doubt they'll let me talk to her today. Let's go back to Blue Corp. Well, aren't you persistent? sorry, but there's something I have to ask you. Mr. Lawyer, I really hate having to repeat myself, but it seems the message has not yet penetrated your thick skull. Stop bothering me. If you try my patience further, I fear a nasty accident may occur. Do I make myself clear? Transparent. I think we're past needing to talk about April May. I've got to put this guy on the spot, and quick. What's the matter? You seem distressed. It's my eyes, and my nose, and my mouth. But of course, I jest. You need not restrain your mirth, my friend. It is okay to indulge in my cosmopolitan sense of humor. I will not think less of you. Can I present this to him? This is the only clue that Mia left me. I'd better make this one count. Mr. White, see this? It's an article describing the suicide of a politician. He was embezzling secret government funds. Then, one day, word got leaked to the press. The very next day, he took his own life. And this concerns me how? I found this article in Mia's office. Miss Mia, she had a file filled with articles like this. Every one of them was labeled with a single word, White. Mr. White, I know what you did to this politician. You were blackmailing him. Blackmail? I prefer extortion. The X makes it sound cool. Not just him either. You were threatening and coercing hundreds of others. You were involved in all the suicide cases that Mia investigated. This company is built on blackmail. I'm right, aren't I? What a bizarre accusation. Mr. Wrong, what is it that you should be doing now? Investigating me? See that smile? How could he be evil? Look at this man! He screams evil. No, I think not. Never trust the CEO, okay? You should be searching for the ones who killed Miss Mia. Secretary's office, hello? Mr. Wrong will be leaving now. Yes, sir. I'll send someone right away. Wait a second, Mr. White. You're wrong, Mr. White. Excuse me. What I should be doing now is going after you. Just what are you insinuating? Mia was onto you. She was keeping tabs. For this reason, you had April May tapping her phone. Then, Mia was murdered and all the documents about you mysteriously disappeared. So the culprit would be... Even a child could work it out, Mr. White. You did it! Secretary's office. We won't be needing an escort from Mr. Wrong. Instead, please connect me to the public prosecutor's office. Of course, sir. One moment, please. White? That you? What are you doing calling me at a time like this? Hello, Chief Prosecutor. I've changed my mind. I want to testify tomorrow. What's this about? The Mia Fey case. I witnessed the murder, you see. And, thus, as a very important witness, I would like to testify. What? Why now? I thought you said you didn't want to go to court. Quietude! I told you I changed my mind, didn't I? Oh, and one other thing. Send the police over here right away. The man is standing right in front of me. He looks dazed, but could be violent. What? What man? Are you even listening? The executioner, the hatchet man, the liquidator, the killer man. What? Mr. White, this isn't another one of those. Chief Prosecutor, I do not believe you are in a position to freely offer your opinions to me. Correct? I'm telling you to send the police now. Did I not tell you, Mr. Wrong? You are a mere lawyer. As was Miss Mia. How dare you! I'll point the finger at you, and you will be tried as Miss Mia's killer. The case is as good as settled. No lawyer of any worth will defend you. I have friends in the local lawyers association, you see. You'll be given a lawyer so stupendously inept that they make even you look competent. I feel faint. Detective Gumshoe reporting, sir. Ah, Butts! Harry Butts! Right, actually. Phoenix Wright. And my friend's name is Larry. Oh, right. Sorry, pal. Butts was that murderer, right? Detective Gumshoe. I present to you the man who killed Miss Mia Fey. What? Take this despicable human being into custody. Farewell, Mr. Wrong. September 8th, 3:37 p.m. Detention Center, Visitors Room. I can't believe it's only been a day since the first trial. My trial begins tomorrow. White's going to set a trap for me, and the prosecution will be in on it, of course. Edgeworth included. An attorney was assigned to me by the state yesterday. I refused. I had an idea. Right! Mr. Wright! Oh, Maya! Great, they let you out of detention. Just now, yes. It's all thanks to you. I'm afraid we've switched places. What? You mean you... I explained what had happened to Maya. I don't believe it. How many people does that man need to destroy before he's satisfied? My mother, my sister, and now you! This has gone too far! Mr. Wright, please tell me, is there anything I can do? Well... Well, you could cheer for me in court. Cheer for you? You mean, like a cheerleader? Huh? Yeah, like that. Alright, leave it to me! Huh? I better go get a uniform and some pom-poms. Oh, wait. What? I'm kidding, it was a joke. No way. No, really, I was kidding. But thanks. It's good to know you're on my side. And there really isn't anything you can do for me anyway. But I can't just sit here and do nothing. I've gotta give that man a piece of my mind. Just a piece? Okay. Then, come to the trial tomorrow. Okay, I'll be there. I'll show them a thing or two. I'm pretty sure if we let Maya go, she would just fucking start throwing haymakers at people. Times may change, yet with crime it's the same old story. In fact, it's gotten worse. Lengthy court proceedings are no longer realistic. Beginning a few years ago, a limit of 3 days was put on initial court trials. Almost all finish in a day. Most with a guilty verdict. I never thought I would end up in the defendant's chair myself for this case. Yeah, so in case anyone is kind of like wondering what's up with like the courtroom style and everything and how things are going, it's because this game is not based on the US legal court system, it is based on the Japanese court system. That's why there's no like jury, why the judge is the one handing out the verdicts, things like that. The true culprit appearing as a star witness. This is it. Tomorrow it's me or him. To be continued. Like right now. But first we save. Pog. Court time, baby. Let's get ourselves a not guilty verdict. September 9th, 9:52 a.m. District Court. Defendant Lobby number 1. I need what is the Law and Order dun 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 as a fucking sound redeem for this. Well, I guess this is it. Yeah. One way or another, this case gets decided today. Ah! Phoenix, look! Oh, jeez, Edgeworth. Prosecutor Edgeworth. I received a call from the prosecutor's office yesterday. I was told that whatever Mr. White says today, it will be the absolute truth. No matter how you try to attack his testimony. If I raise an objection, I have it on good faith that judge will listen to me. What, does White have the judge in his pocket too? So, you're saying I'm gonna be guilty. End of story. I will do anything to get my verdict, Mr. Wright. Anything. Why? Why? How can you torment an innocent person like this? Innocent. How can we know that? The guilty will always lie to avoid being found out. There's no way to tell who is guilty and who is innocent. All that I can hope to do is to get every defendant declared guilty. So I make that my policy. Edgeworth. You've changed. Phoenix, you know him? Don't expect any special treatment, Phoenix Wright. Phoenix? Well, court will be starting soon. What? But wait! Your defense attorney isn't even here yet. They're not... I'll be defending myself. What? Okay, let's do this. September 9th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 1. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, are you sure you're up to doing this? Yes, Your Honor. I would be defending myself. Understood? Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. As the details of the event are already quite clear to the court, today we will hear the testimony of a witness to the defendant's crime. I see. The prosecution may call its witness. That went far too smoothly. Why didn't the judge ask Edgeworth why his witness didn't testify before? It's like he already knows why. If anyone's going to raise an objection about this, I suppose it's me. Mr. Edgeworth, you owe an explanation to the court. Why didn't this witness testify in the trial against Miss Maya Fey? I'm ever so sorry. Mr. White is a busy man, and besides, at the time I thought that Ms. May's opinion was all that would be needed. Again, my sincerest apologies to the court. Excellent, Mr. Edgeworth. I appreciate your demeanor. Great. He gets to show off, and I get nowhere. I would like to call Mr. Red White to the stand. Look at this smug bastard. Please state your full name. You wish to know the title of my personage? Your name? Yes, that is what I said. Oh dear, do my locutions confuse? Name! These two are great together. My name is Red White, but my friends call me Blanco Nino. I am the CEO, or to use a more common term, the president of Blue Corp. Do you know the victim, Miss Mia Fey? That would be a negatory! No, I did not. You were at the Gatewater Hotel the night of the murder. Correct. And you witnessed the murder from there? Why tell you what you already know? Very well, Mr. Wright, you may begin your testimony. If I can't rip this guy's testimony apart, I'm done for. Why do I always feel like it's the end of the world and I'm the last man standing? Ho ho ho! I hope you have made your peace with God, Mr. Lawyer. Let him have it, Phoenix. Oh yeah, we got Maya in the lawyer bench with us now. That'd be great. Let's see. It was about 9, I believe. I was quietly reading to you some papers by the window. Then I heard a bedlam coming from outside. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. It was then I saw him, a spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair. Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. I called Miss May over at once. She, too, was flabbergasted, of course. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Finally, there was a terrible impaction. Then it was all over. If things occurred as you testified, then I'm afraid the defendant is guilty. Very well, defendant. Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Let's see, I think I might know where we can't present anything because there's nothing to present. Or rather, nowhere to attack. So, what we'll do instead... we'll press this particular statement. Can you be a little more detailed about that? I think it's worth knowing exactly what happened. Of course! Comprende, I understand. The victim was attacked by you and ran to the left. You gave chase and struck her down. Did she run to the left? It sounds like she ran to the right based on Miss May's testimony. Are you sure? As you know, I am always abso-positively perfect. Perhaps you could change your testimony to reflect this new detail. The victim ran to the left and you gave chase. Really, because I have a testimony here that says the opposite. Wait right there! Mr. White, you've dug your own grave. What is this? You said the victim ran to the left, but that directly contradicts Ms. May's testimony. She clearly stated that the victim ran right. Oh, it is simple. You have misheard her. I think not. Look at the floor plans. The killer was here, and the victim here. If the victim ran to the left, as you claim she did, she would have been running directly away from the door. She would have been running into a dead end. Don't you find that odd? Ugh! Very strange. I did see her run to the left. I did. Phoenix, look at his face. I don't think he's lying about this one. True. Maybe he really did see the victim run left? So he did witness the killing? Wait a second. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Miss May says right and Mr. White says left. Can you explain this contradiction to the court? They're both right. Both witnesses are telling the truth. For once. Oh, I disconnected. Oopsie. Well, but I'll say all you guys missed was me just going through White's testimony, not the major. You guys got to the cross-examination, so we're fine. Ha! I doubt it. Rather, that does not line up. That does not clear up the contradiction. There is one scenario that would explain their conflicting accounts. What? Obviously, the witness was not viewing the crime from the hotel. Mr. Wright, what do you mean? Yes, what do you mean he was not viewing the crime scene from the hotel? If he was not in the hotel, where could he have been? In the law offices of Fay and Company, of course. More specifically, he was standing here. Time to show the court where Mr. Wright was standing. He was standing right here. This is where he was. Look, when the victim ran for the door, if he was watching from this point, to him it would appear that she ran to the left. Please, this is no time for jokes and ill taste. That is where the killer was standing. Order! Oh, I will have order! Anyone disrupting the order of this courtroom will be held in contempt! Mr. Wright, what are you suggesting? Rapscallion! The postulations of the defense are a distortion of the truth, Your Honor. Indeed, they do seem a bit far-fetched. Ho ho ho! You provide us with so much entertainment, Mr. Lawyer. Their voices are gonna be all over the place, I apologize, but it's like, they're very similar in what I have to do here. What now? He's laughing? The hilarity of that moment made me remember something. It appears I have been unclear, and for this I apologize. Mr. Your Honor, might I be allowed to testify once more? Very well, let's hear your revised testimony. Good luck. You can't fix a broken testimony, buddy. 5 seconds later. Fuck, he's fixed a broken testimony. Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine. When you assaulted the girl, she first ran to the left, and then you hit her, savagely. That is what I saw. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow. That is what Miss May saw. You see, you hit her twice. Don't you remember, Mr. Lawyer? That does seem to make sense. Will you be cross-examining this witness's testimony? You bet I will. I mean, yes, Your Honor. Yeah, and I see the glaring hole in it, too. It's about as apparent as you are gaudy. Just have to look and make sure I got what I have. May have lived for a few minutes after being hit. Might need to press a little bit here. What do you mean next? Next is what comes after first. I know that. That's all you need to know, Mr. Lawyer. As I said, she turned and made a desperate dash to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow. So Miss May saw... I think this might be where we had to present, because he says I hit her twice. The autopsy, I think, only shows that she was hit once. Mr. White, the victim died from a single blow. Huh! What do you have to say to that? Now's my chance to hit him where it counts. Mr. White, wasn't it you who told this court you were abso-positively perfect? I will refrain from using this phrase from now on. Your Honor, if you could ask the witness for a new testimony. The witness is obviously confused, Your Honor. I would like to request a 10-minute break. Yes, quite. The witness is confused because he's lying. I emphatically request that there will be no break, Your Honor. Yeah! We want justice! Don't let him get away! Very well. If the witness would care to revise his testimony... The crowd's on my side. No slipping out of this now, White. Mr. White. Oh, okay. The two accounts. Well, see... I looked at that other window when I heard the thing fall. Then, the next moment, I saw Miss Mia run to the left. The killer, you, attacked her, but she dodged. And then... She turned and ran for the door. Then you did her in with a single blow. Thwap. Thwap indeed. Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. Mr. Your Honor, my stomach, you see, it is hurting. Deal with it. This is almost over. It's like, ah, fuck. Okay. I feel like we're gonna have to press a few things, but I could be wrong. Let me look at my court record here. Yeah. We're not done yet, because we still have 2 pieces of evidence we have not presented. That thing? What thing? You heard that thing fall? What exactly was that thing? Huh? Oh, that! The glass light stand! Right, the one that had fallen over at the scene. Phoenix! Doesn't something about that strike you as odd? Yeah. Yeah, that is odd. I'll press further. Mr. White. Huh? What? You're saying you saw the glass light stand? Yes! Then change your testimony to reflect that. Sorry, my bad. The witness will revise his testimony. Okay, of course. The light stand was lying on the floor when I looked. I don't think it was. Mr. White, was impossible for you to have seen the glass stand. What? Look at this. These are the floor plans of the scene of the murder, yes? Correct, Your Honor. Now, look. If you were to look through the window at the office, this is the area you would be able to see. Here. Well, note that the stand is not within the visible area. Well, Mr. White? What do you have to say to that? Ridiculosity! Mr. White, if you were in the Gatewater Hotel as you claim, you could not have seen the stand before it fell over. In fact, you wouldn't have been able to see it after it fell either. There's no way you could have recognized the broken shards as the glass light stand. So, when did you see the stand, Mr. White? It must have been the moment that it fell. And the only place you could have seen that from is inside the Fey Law offices. In other words, you were at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. Mr. White? Mr. White. You did it, didn't you? Mr. Your Honor, Miss Mia... Looks like we're about to get our verdict. Objection! Fucking Edgeworth! That's far enough, Phoenix Wright. Oh, what? I forgot about Edgeworth! Mr. White. I think the time has come. Shouldn't you confess your crime now, What? I said you should confess your crime. Ergo, confess that you placed the wiretap. The bastard's going for double jeopardy? The wiretap? Or not exactly, but... Order! Order! Mr. Edgeworth, explain to the court what you mean by this. Distinguished members of the court, Mr. White is slightly confused. Allow me to explain. I really don't like the way this is headed. As you know, Mr. White is the CEO of Blue Corp. He ordered his secretary, Miss April May, to tap the law offices of Miss Faye. What does that have to do? Your Honor, the question is, when was the wiretap placed in the office, and by who? No, you wouldn't! Mr. White, in order to place the wiretap, you entered Miss Faye's office. Am I correct? Correct! You are most correct, Miles. Give me a break! Yes, in order to place the wiretap, I breached the Faye & Company law offices. That is when I saw that accursed light stand. Now I'm confused. Please explain to the court what all this means, Mr. Edgeworth. Gladly, Your Honor. Mr. Phoenix Wright has made his position quite clear. He has determined that Mr. White knew the glass stand was in the office. He has shown that there was only one time Mr. White could have seen the stand. At the very moment of the murder. Thus, Mr. Wright would like you to believe that Mr. White was the murderer. I see. However, it is a fact that Mr. White had been to that office well before the murder took place. When he went to the place the wiretap, he could have seen the glass light stand then. Ergo, Mr. Phoenix Wright's theory is revealed for the baseless conjecture it is. Mr. White, you will testify to the court about this wiretapping. Leave it to me. I feel faint. Poor Phoenix can never catch a break. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. I had entered the Faye & Company law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. That is when I saw this glass light stand. So, you saw the stand before the night of the incident. And this is how you were able to identify what had fallen over, by the sound? Correct! That is right. I see. Very well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine. Gah! What am I supposed to do now? Good luck, Phoenix. It's like, thanks, Maya. Okay. Let's see. Let's look through our court record and see what we got. So we can go ahead and exclude the attorney's badge, as well as Maya's cell phone. Clock in the form of a statue. Diamond's Maze Hotel. Disbarment sword receipt with letters written in blood on the back. Dodge attack. Was it really you that went into the office? Or was it Miss May? Unidentified fingerprints, several days old, were found in the Faye & Company law offices. Those were obviously Mr. White's. And if I know Edgeworth, he's already run a check on those prints. Now, Mr. White, tell us why you went to the Faye & Company law offices. Why did you notice something as innocuous as a light stand? The light stand was made entirely out of glass. It was quite stylish, so I guess it made a lasting impression on me. Such a beauticious thing deserves attention, does it not? That is all. Damn it! There's nothing for me to press him on. Oh well, maybe he's rattled enough that I can bluff something out of him. Do you have proof? Miss April May knew the details of Miss Faye's phone conversation. This proves that the wiretap was placed before the murder. Huh, right. September 5th? I'm gonna press because I don't know what to present. Why did you tap Mia's phone? This has no bearing on the current case, Your Honor. Blue Corp is a detective agency of sorts. We have a responsibility to protect client confidentiality. Uh-oh. Don't tell me I've run out of ammo. Tisk, tisk. I'm afraid that's as far as you go, Mr. Wright. The time has come for you to admit your defeat. You fought honorably. No more. I can't take this anymore. Mr. Wright, are you giving up? Yes, Your Honor. Phoenix! Phoenix, over here! I know that voice. Mia? Never give up, Phoenix. Mia! It's like, oh shit. We're seeing ghosts. That's it. We're done for. Where am I? The waiting lobby. What happened? Oh, right. I lost the trial. I was hallucinating. Ah, you're finally awake. Gah! Hey, Phoenix! Gak? That's no way to greet an old friend. Phoenix, I want you to look at me. You're... Maya? Didn't you know that the Fae women have strong psychic powers? When you accept your defeat in court, it appears that was enough of a shock to awaken Maya's true powers. So... Maya's channeling you, Mia. That's right. I am Maya, but I'm also Mia. Now I want you to listen to me, Phoenix. Maya never gave up. You can't either. That's what I came here to tell you. But... We don't have much time, Phoenix. Now listen. You already won. Huh? You have that receipt in the court record, right? Oh yeah! The one you wrote Maya on? Phoenix, Wright wrote that, not me. So what do I do with it? Look at the front of the receipt. The front? It's a regular receipt. Looks like it's from a famous department store. $1,000. Wow, big spender. Item, glass light stand. Date of purchase, September 4th. September 4th? That's right, Phoenix. I bought that stand the day before I was killed. Whoa! Now, what did Mr. White say in his testimony? It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. He said he saw the stand a week before the murder. There you go. I think the court is about to reconvene. Go do it, Phoenix. You know you're innocent. Now you just have to prove it. Right! Receipt updated in the court record. September 9th, 1:16 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 1. I'm back, bitch! Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. Is the defendant... Rather, are you alright, Mr. Wright? Yes, sorry, Your Honor. I'm fine now. Then let's start where we left off. Your Honor, there is nothing to go back to. The cross-examination of Mr. White is finished. All that is required now is for you to pass judgment on the defendant, Phoenix Wright. Your Honor, please, give me one more chance. I promise you this is the last time I'll ask you. This case, at least. But, as Mr. Edgeworth has noted, the trial is more or less finished. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have an opinion on this matter? I say, let us give Mr. Phoenix Wright his last chance. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination. It was the beginning of the week. You're mine, Wyatt. Look closely at this. See the word Maya written in blood? You're grasping. I think not. Look at the other side of the receipt. The other side? Your Honor, would you tell the court what is written on the other side of that receipt? Well, a glass light stand. And the date of purchase? Why, that's the day before the murder. You see? Mr. White, when you allegedly entered Bain Company law offices at the beginning of September, the stand could not have been there. Well, Mr. White, can't get out of this one, can you? No, it's impossible. Uh-oh, he's losing it. Well, Your Honor, I understand there must be quite a bit of pressure on you, but I think you'll agree you can't judge me as guilty under these circumstances. Very well. Then, that is all for the trial of... Objection! Not so fast, Phoenix Wright. What? No way he can worm his way out of this one! Oh wait, I forgot. It's Edgeworth. There is a certain thread of logic to the defendant's claims. However, there is no concrete proof that Phoenix Wright is innocent. Ergo, I would like to request one more day before Phoenix Wright is granted his freedom. I need time to make one more inquiry into this matter. Another inquiry? This isn't going to be another one of those updated autopsy reports. This guy just makes up evidence as he pleases. This is bad. Mr. White's guilt is obvious. There's no need to prolong this trial any further. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, if anyone is going to call Mr. White to trial, it would be me, the prosecution. I need a day to ascertain whether these new claims have any basis in factual evidence. I see. Objection denied. What? The completion of the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright, will be postponed until tomorrow. No! There's no telling what will happen if I can't end this now. Edgeworth is sure to come up with, or just make up, something. And after Mia showed up to help me and all. Mr. Your Honor, may I go home? Of course. Thank you for your time. Gah! The witness will stay. Mia! Phoenix, read this note out loud. Mia? What's this? Memo received from Mia. Your Honor, if I may. You're quite persistent today, Mr. Wright. You bet I am! My life is riding on this one. I have something I would like to read to the court. The memo Mia had given me was a list of names. Many of them sounded strangely familiar. People in finance, famous celebrities. That's when it happened. Stop! Desist! Hold! Please, stop! Make him stop! How did you get that list? Mr. White, admit your guilt right here, right now, or else this list will be released to the press. I confess. I did it. I hit her. I hit Miss Mia with the thinker. Case closed, Your Honor. Not the cleanest victory, but fuck it, we'll take it. Well, I see no reason to continue this trial. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? You've done it again! That was quite a spirited defense. Yes, Your Honor. I guess you could say that. If only you knew how spirited it was. Well, this court finds the defense, rather, the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright, not guilty. Woo! That is all. This court is adjourned. September 9th, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 1. Well, I never thought I'd be saying this again. But, congratulations! You're lucky I was born a Fae. I'm lucky I had both you and Maya on my side. I'm glad you made it. Thank you, Phoenix. You risked a lot to help me and Maya. I won't forget it as long as I live. As long as you live. My time here's running out. Huh? Maya's powers are still weak. I can't stay here that long. What? No! There's still so much to say! Don't worry. I'm sure we'll meet again. Chief! I'm not the chief anymore. Phoenix? Can you come to the office tonight? Say, 9? The office? I'll see you later. Chief! Mia! September 9th, 9:02 p.m., Faye & Company Law Offices. Being here, it's hard not to think about that night. You came! Mia! I was kind of worried you might not. Huh? Of course I came. Well then. I'm pretty hungry. How about a burger? Mia? You should see your face! Mia! What are you talking about? It's me, Maya! Maya? What, did I look like my sister? Look like? You were her? I might be able to use that. Oh, Phoenix, go to the store and buy me lunch, would you? Maya, why are you here? Because of this! See? Mia wrote me a letter. Take care of Phoenix for me. Take care of... Huh? She means the office. This office. Someone has to help with the new Wright & Company law offices, right? And who better but me? Maya Faye reporting for duty. Wait, no, on second thought, let's make this casual. Yo, Nick! Maya here, ready to get down to business. You don't mind me calling you Nick, do you? It's a great name. Mia said that's what your friend Larry calls you. Nick? You know what this means? We're partners. You know, when I think about it, it is Maya's fault I'm here now. But if it wasn't for her, I'd probably be in jail. Wright & Company law offices. It's got a good ring to it. Yeah. Thanks, Maya. Aw, look at that. Good luck, Phoenix. I'll always be here, watching. Right! Okay, Nick, let's do it! Huh? Do what? Burgers, dummy! Burgers! There's a great burger joint just down the street. Come on, time's a-wasting. Okay, wait up. Eat your hamburgers, Apollo. Alright! Turnabout Samurai. Episode 3. Bum 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 bum. I think it's funny that I feel like Phoenix exclusively handles murder cases. Ah, you have disgraced me for the last time, Steel Samurai. The pale moon in the sky cries for your blood. Oh, the Steel Samurai theme, I love it so much. The moon? No, it is you who should gaze upon the moon, for it will be the last moon you ever see. See you in hell, evil magistrate! Whoa! Ah! The warrior swords gleam and strike in the moonlight. One has fallen. But who? Only the moon knows. Don't miss next week's exciting episode. The Dark Messenger returns. October 14th, 5:31 p.m. Wright & Company Law Offices. That rocked! See you in hell, evil magistrate! Whoa, stop waving that broom around! Oh, Nick, I didn't know you were here. Of course I'm here! What was that surreal show you were just watching? What? Nick, you mean you don't know the Steel Samurai? He's only the most popular TV hero for young people. Young? Like, how young? 10 years old? Then what the heck are you doing getting all excited? Hey, I'm only 17! That's 17, see? I'm a teen, not like you, Nick. Hey, don't talk to me like I'm your grandpa or something. I'm only 24 myself. God, I feel Nick right now, like... I've had this interaction. Then watch it with me. He's really cool, and it's really popular. When they ask grade school kids what they wanted to be, Steel Samurai was #1. I really worry about kids these days. Grams! Well, the Steel Samurai's over. I guess it's time to close up the office. I guess. Wish you had some clients. A month has passed since my trial. His murder was the talk of the town for some time. But no one paid any attention to the Wright & Company law offices. How am I gonna pay the rent this month? It'll be okay. I'm sure some big client is just around the corner. October 16th, 8:14 a.m. Phoenix Wright's bedroom. Ah, fine. Hello? This is Phoenix. Nick! Maya? What? It's still early. It's the Steel Samurai! The Steel Samurai got arrested! Huh? You mean the guy on that show? Yes! They're saying that the Steel Samurai killed a villain! Isn't that what he's supposed to do? Yeah, on TV! Yeah, on TV. No! I mean, he actually did it in real life! He skewered a villain with a samurai spear! I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Just come to the office, quick! Please, Nick! October 16th, 9:22 a.m. Wright & Company Law Offices. Maya's here, watching television. Now for the morning news. The actor Will Powers was arrested yesterday. Powers plays the lead role in the popular kids' show, The Steel Samurai, Warrior of Neo Old Tokyo. He was arrested on suspicion of murder. The victim was Jack Hammer, who plays the villain known as the Evil Magistrate. His body was found still inside the Evil Magistrate costume. The samurai spear was also found stuck to the body. Police believe this was the murder weapon and are investigating further. This has to be a joke. No, 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 it's a nightmare! The Steel Samurai is over. The world is over! Yes, Wright & Company law offices. What? Nick! It's the Steel Samurai! What? Yes? Yes, of course! We'll be right there! Let's go, Nick! Go? Go where? They have the Steel Samurai down in detention! So what? So I've decided this will be our first case! It's like, Maya, what the fuck are you on about? Fine, we'll go to the detention center. October 16th, detention center, visitors room. What's wrong, Maya? It's him in the flesh! Is that guy really him? What do you mean, that guy? Of course it's him! Will Powers, our client! That's him! Maybe I shouldn't be saying this. But he definitely did it. Murder. At least once. Maybe twice. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What are you saying? Yes? Something wrong? No, no! This is getting off to a great start. I know, you're disappointed, aren't you? Disappointed? Oh, no, no, no. No, it's okay. This is the real me. When I got the part of the Steel Samurai with that mask, I decided I would never show my face in public until the job was over. It's the kids, you know. I didn't want to wreck their dreams. Oh. I guess it didn't matter. So much for dreams. I wonder what they think of the Steel Samurai now. Nick! What? He's a good guy. I mean, he's good. Yeah. He didn't do it. It's like my revolving door here much. Alright. So what happened? Maybe you could start by telling us what happened. Yes, of course. It seems like it was only yesterday. Actually, it was only yesterday. The cast had come down to Global Studios for a run-through. We went through a few action sequences at 10 in that morning. There was a rehearsal scheduled for 5 in the afternoon. But when 5 came around and the staff gathered at the studio, the evil magistrate was found lying in a crumpled heap near the set. Ooh. He took off his mask and discovered that it was Jack Hammer, dead. He had been expertly skewered with the samurai spear. The samurai spear? Yes, it's a long spear that the Steel Samurai uses as a weapon. Maybe you could explain to me just what the Steel Samurai is. Nick! How could you say such a thing? I'm sorry, sir. I apologize for my partner. He's new to this, and a bit out of touch with the world. Hey! Who's new to this? No, it's alright, really. The Steel Samurai is the lead character in a popular kids show. He walks the streets of Neo Old Tokyo, fighting battle after battle against the evil magistrate and his minions. Of course, he never really defeats the evil magistrate. Although, I guess he did defeat him this time. I see. Neo Old Tokyo? Who comes up with these names? Now, where were you on the day of the murder? Well, that morning I came to the studios at 9. We worked through some action scenes until noon. Rehearsal was to begin at 5, but I was a little tired. So after lunch, I took a nap in my dressing room. When I woke up, it was after 5. I was late for the rehearsal. I hurried to the studio and found everyone looking shocked. They arrested me on the spot and brought me here. So he was sleeping the entire afternoon of the murder? Some action hero. What will the kids think? I think I should probably check out the scene of the murder. Right, Global Studios. I'll draw you a map. Wow, Nick, let's go! I'm willing to bet $10 she asks for autographs. Well, let's go to the studio. October 16th, Global Studios main gate. Wow, so this is where they make the Steel Samurai show. Awesome! Aren't you excited? Oh boy, here we go. Fucking old bag. Hey, you there! You want in? You gotta go through me! Sorry. We're, lawyers. Oh yeah? Well, that's great. I'm security. And it's my job to make sure that gawkers like you stay out. Gawkers? Gawkers, sightseers, tourists. I know the type. You heard about the incident and came to snoop around. Use today. Something horrible happens and all you can think of is sightseeing. Waste your time in a place like this. What do you have jobs you should be doing? Or lawyers on work like this. Oh god, she's going. Oh god. Ma'am, please. At least your voice won't die like mine did. True, because I'm actively not doing a voice that will kill my throat. I think the most harshest one I've had to do so far is like pains. Nick? Will I grow up to be like her? Please say no. I don't know. It's possible. Hey! Listen when you're being spoken to. Use today. Oh god, I don't want to talk Valley once girl's still best. True. Unfortunately, we do not see April May anymore, so that was a short-lived one. But I'm sure we'll still have a bunch of other accents that'll be we'll have fun with. Like I said, there are 2 characters specifically that I am waiting for later in this game to show up that I'm going to have fun with. So, what do you do here at the studios? At Global Studios, we make children's dreams come true. In fact, in my younger days... No, you were a star? Only a little twinkle between the stars here, I'm afraid, dearie. Wow. This place has really gone downhill, you know. But 10 years ago, now that it was a studio of a dream... I can't talk anymore. Hammer was a big star then, too, he was. Hammer? The victim, dummy.
the evil magistrate. He's been reduced to playing villains now. Not exactly the best material to work with.
Can you tell me about Mr. Will Powers?
He's not a bad kid, but don't be fooled by his mask. You wouldn't want him on the silver screen without it, believe me. Little old ladies watching would lose their lunch. That's probably why he thought that the Steel Samurai was his big chance. No one thought he was capable of doing what he did to poor Jackhammer.
I never noticed before. She has like a wedding ring on, right? You wear the wedding ring on your left or right hand?
We don't know for certain that Will Powers is guilty. Powers? Of course he's guilty. How do I know? I know everything. That's my job.
What kind of person was Jackhammer?
What kind of person? Oh, if you only knew. Jackhammer will live on in many hearts as the ultimate action hero. He was simply dashing in the Dynamite Samurai series.
Should I have heard of that?
But that was an accident during filming 5 years ago. He got an unlucky break after that, reduced to playing the villain on a children's program. What's more, I heard they were paying him peanuts. It's enough to make you cry.
Why are you so certain Mr. Powers is the killer?
I was standing right here yesterday, I was here from 1 in the afternoon to 5 when they found the body. Now the studio where the murder took place is to the left of here. So if you want to go to the studio, you have to pass by me. Only one person went by here between 1 and 2:30 when the murder took place.
And that person was Mr. Powers?
Yes, I saw him.
But Mr. Powers says he was sleeping in his dressing room.
Oh, I'm sure he would say that. He's no fool. But he was the only one that walked by. He's the killer. You can bet your biscuits on it. Isn't it about time for you to be heading home? There's nothing to see here. Move along.
Actually, we're here at Mr. Powers' request.
I thought you were suspicious looking. Show me a letter of request, and maybe I'll just let you in.
This lady here thinks she owns the place, obviously. Well, we unfortunately do not have that, so we're going to have to go back to talk to Will.
Hello, how was the studio? They all think I did it, don't they?
No, not at all. Isn't that right, Nick? Right, not at all. At worst, you're a suspect. Your alibi, first of all. Mr. Powers, you aren't hiding anything from me, are you?
What? No, I'd never do that.
Earlier, you said you were sleeping in your dressing room after lunch.
Yes, like a baby.
But the security lady says she saw you that day. She says she saw you heading towards the scene of the crime.
What? That's not possible. I really don't know what to say. I was sleeping, I promise.
Mr. Powers, if you want me to help you, you have to tell me the truth. I'm new to this lawyer business, and I need every advantage I can get.
I know. I'm sorry. But I swear to you, on my mama's grave, I was sleeping.
Maybe the security lady only thought she saw me? What did she see? He doesn't seem to be lying. About the security guard at the main gate of the studio.
Oh, the security lady? She's terrible! She called me suspicious looking!
Yes, actually she said the same thing to me before.
Take off that mask!
Were her words, I believe. She sucks up to all the big ones at the studio. But let her see you stumble once and she'll never let up on you.
Ugh, she's got some nerve.
You think you could write up a letter formally requesting my representation?
Of course!
Powers' request added to the court record. I just hope this will get me past the security lady. Ma'am, have a look at this. It's a letter of request from Mr. Powers.
Yes, I recognize the bold, childish scrawl.
Powers' request given to the security lady.
To think he would entrust his fate to youth of such unreliable appearance. Really?
Really?
Anyway, you may pass, but only left from here, toward the studios. No going to the right, that's the employee area. No one allowed inside, pal, were my instructions. The good detectives told me himself. Hey, Nick.
Huh?
There were maps in the security guard station.
Hey, not bad.
Those are 50 cents a piece, thank you.
Well, time to go, Nick.
50 cents!
Okay, let's get the fuck out of here. Hey, aren't you that murderer from the other day? Ah! It's that confused detective! Hey, pal, you know Prosecutor Edgewood is all upset, and it's your fault. So I'm sipping tea and staring gloomily out the window. So?
Hey! If he's depressed, it's all your fault for doing sloppy detective work.
Detective? I think you hurt his feelings. Oh, no. I'm sorry. Well, I think his feelings are easily hurt. You're right, pal. It's my fault. I can blame other people all I want, but I know the truth in my heart.
Hey, don't take it so hard. There's always the next case.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Hey, what exactly are you two doing here?
Well, we're on this case too, pal.
Hey, you can't just go saying pal like that. That's my endearing character trait. I'd say he's a character, alright. I love Gumshoe. So how's your investigation going, detective? Well, hey, I can't tell you that, pal.
Nick, maybe you need to be a little more indirect with your questions.
Right. So, detective, mind if I take a look at what you got? What I got? The autopsy report. The latest version, if you please. Right. Sorry about what happened last time, pal. Cause of death pierced through the chest by a spear. Why was Mr. Powers arrested? Simple, pal. The murder took place right over there in Studio 1. Now, the victim entered Studio 1 at approximately 1 p.m. At that time, there was no one other than the victim in the studio. According to the autopsy report, the time of death was 2:30 p.m. Only one person went to the studio between 1 and 2:30. And that person was none other than Will Powers. No one else, pal. If you think I'm lying, ask the security lady at the main gate.
Nick, if that's true, anyone would think that Powers did it with that kind of evidence.
Thanks for cheering me up. About the security lady. Oh, that sweet old lady? What a charmer. Huh? Are we talking about the same person? When I showed her my badge, she gave me a donut and some coffee. Remember what Powers said. She's a sucker for authority. She even gave me a piece of valuable evidence. What? What kind of evidence? Well, that, photo. The photo of the Steel Samurai heading towards the scene of the crime. What? Who took that? See the camera up on that gate, pal? The gate? You mean the one with the welcome sign? Yeah. Whenever someone walks by, the camera automatically snaps a photo of them. Oh no! Nick, he has evidence! We're finished. Funny, for someone with hard proof, he doesn't look too happy. What's wrong, pal? You seem down. Don't look so happy when you say that. Ho 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 ho! We'd like to ask the employees here some questions. Sure thing, pal. Go wherever you like. Of course, you're not going to find any clues I haven't already found. But someone around here seems to be enjoying themselves. Nick, let's go. We got a free pass to the place. Now's our chance to check things out. It's a bench. A little bushed. Maybe I'll take a short rest here. Hey, good idea, pal. Detective, aren't you on the case? Well, yeah, but... Hey, us detectives get tired of standing around too, pal. The entrance to Studio 1. This is the studio where they found Jack Hammer's body. Let's go in and check it out, Nick. Hey, it's locked. Looks like you need a card key to get in. Makes sense that they would want to keep the non-employees out. Studio mascot. I guess it's a monkey of some kind? What kind of monkey has a nose like that? He's holding a sign in his hand. Right to Studio 1, left to Studio 2. What's up with that thing? It looks kind of busted. Oh, the wind was pretty strong yesterday and the head broke off. It took that tree down with it too. Hey, there's a camera there. That's the security camera. It takes photos of people going to the studio. All you have to do is look at the data and you can see who went where. There's a number plate on the camera. STI 307? That must be the camera ID number. Okay, so I guess I can't move to... Okay, yeah.
Nick, look! That security lady's in the guard station stuffing her face with donuts.
I guess all cops like their donuts. Yeah, and they're soft enough she doesn't need your teeth to chew them.
Hey, you! Well, are you satisfied Powers is guilty yet?
She had to make my life harder by giving me that photo of Detective Gumshoe. Why didn't you tell us about the security photo, ma'am?
Oh, that? I just thought it would be more thrilling to talk with the detective himself. These things are important, you know.
Oh, just to the left from here.
Oh, just to the left from here is the gate with the camera that took the photo. It's my job to check the photos every day, you see. This guard station is in a central position. No matter where you go here, you pass by my station first. Now, poor Hammer, he went to the studio just before 1. The murder happened right around 2:30, see? The only one I seen go through here between 1 and 2:30 was Powers himself. The security camera got a good look at him, too. If he's not the one who did it, I don't know who is.
Maybe it was you?
Good one, Sonny.
She thinks I was joking. Was the victim Mr. Hammer, a popular actor?
Oh, he was the biggest star in the studio.
Was? Past tense?
Oh, yes. He was as great as the bearded samurai. That too, yes. He shone the brightest, back in the day. Making a star like him play the evil magistrate is a disgrace, I tell you. Hammer took it pretty hard, and who can blame him?
But the security camera.
Oh yes, the camera. It's automatic. You can tell when someone walks through the gate, see? Then it snaps a photo. Apparently, it records the time when it takes a picture too. But I don't bother myself with those details. I just feel the photos on the computer over in the security guard station. I check them every day before I go home, I do.
Can I look at them? Can we look at them? Can we look at the camera? The computer that runs the studio security cameras.
Hey, no touching!
October 16th, Global Studios employee area.
Nick! This is where they do all the behind-the-scenes stuff! Hey, look, there's Powers' dressing room!
I was here this soon after the murder, I guess.
Let's take a look around.
Let's see here. What the? The metal grate on the drain here has been taken off. That's a pretty big drain. A kid could fit through there, I bet.
Yeah, if you snuck in that way, you wouldn't have to pay at the gate.
Well, if you want to leave that way, be my guest.
Right. Huh? Hey, I'm not a kid.
Oh, he says, can I get... Oh, no, I can't do it. Ah, rip. Okay. The remains of yesterday's lunch are scattered around. Everyone was probably too shocked to clean up. That's a T-bone on one of the plates, minus the steak.
T-bone steak.
That would have hit the spot. You just had a burger.
Yeah, but I have a second stomach just for steaks.
What? The door to the dressing room. It's not locked.
Hey, Nick, let's take a look inside.
Maybe we can find something as a souvenir?
What do you mean, find? You never know. There might be something like the samurai spear.
We don't need a spear. That's the murder weapon, for crying out loud. October 16th, Global Studios. Dressing room. Powers' dressing room. So this is where he was sleeping. Or at least, this is where he claims he was sleeping. No one actually saw him taking a nap here, did they? Right, and there's a picture of him near the crime scene. I hope he's telling the truth, for his sake.
This must be Powers' bag.
Hey, don't open that.
Look!
An employee card key. That must be Powers'. It says Studio 1.
Let's take it, Nick.
Borrow it, you mean. Borrow. There's a bunch of snacks on the table. They must give these to the employees. Some tea and cookies.
Nick, I'm hungry. You just had a burger. Yeah, but I have a separate stomach for sweets.
How many stomachs does this girl have? It's like someone was sleeping here. Maybe Powers did take a nap here yesterday. vast array of cosmetics here. Ooh! This is the wig you used in Samurai Boogie Woogie! Nick, try this on! No. And how can you tell the name of a show just by looking at a wig? I kinda like samurai movies. Kinda. Outside Studio 1, and we should be able to move now into Studio... Fuck! That's not what I want. This is the studio where they found Jack Harris. Let's go in and check it out, Nick! I wonder if this card key we borrowed from the dressing room will work. It opened! Oh, right! We're in! She's way too happy for someone visiting a crime scene. Alright. Let's see what we can find. October 16th, Studio 1. What is it? You're real quiet all of a sudden. Doesn't it give you the shivers, Nick? That white tape, it's so real. Well, the evil magistrate did die here. And the steel samurai killed him. The murder weapon was the samurai sphere. Sounds pretty real to me. They outlined where Jack Hammer's body lay with tape. His body was found still inside the evil magistrate costume. I guess that's why the head part looked like a helmet. Funny, I expect the spear stabbing will leave at least a few blood stains. I guess the costume must have absorbed most of it. Look, a ladder! That's a step ladder. So? What's the difference? You need to stop judging things based on narrow-minded cultural assumptions, Nick. Right. Sorry. This girl is out there. One of the first of many. Hey, look! That's the chair the director sits in. I've always wanted to sit in one of these. Hey, Nick, take a look at that. One of those black and white boards they clap at the start of filming. And look, a megaphone! A real live megaphone! Ready, Nick? Action! This girl is more troubled than I thought. What's this? That's for reflecting light. They call it a reflecting screen or something like that. The assistant holds it during filming. Huh. What? Where's your enthusiasm for all things entertainment? Well, lighting is fine, but I'd want to be the director. Or maybe the Steel Samurai. I think she's being serious. Wow, look at that camera! That must cost a ton! Yeah, so don't touch it. Whoa, it's heavier than I thought! Hey, you! No touching that! Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Let me see. Fucking. Sorry. My partner's kind of, you know. You know? No, I don't know. Who are you? Who, me? I'm the. Fuck. I'm the assistant. There we go. There. That's the one I'm looking for. I'm the assistant here. I help with props and stuff. Moving them around, ordering new ones, etc. We're lawyers representing Mr. Willpowers. Oh, you're WP's people. WP? Oh, Willpowers. WP, I get it. I don't envy you guys one bit. But do what you can for WP, okay? He never hurt a fly. He has to be innocent. This is not a voice I have experience with, so it's gonna slip a lot. Don't worry, leave it to us. Could you tell me anything about the day of the murder? Yes, I was in the studio the whole day. I was the only assistant on staff that day, you see. Only one assistant? Yes, well, the studio isn't doing so well right now. And yesterday was only rehearsal for our acting sequences. Fuck, that voice is going all out the fucking window. Oh, I see. In the morning, we went through the action sequences in the employee area. WP and Hammer were there along with everyone else. The employee area, that's where Powers... Fuck, that's Phoenix. The employee area, that's where Powers' dressing room is, right? Yes, that's the place. After eating lunch there, Mr. Hammer went to Studio 1. Dude, it's hard. It's actually a very hard speech thing to keep up because I am not used to it, and I do not know where to like put the sounds at.
Then I saw WP go into his dressing room. But I didn't see either of them after that.
Like, oh, stop talking to you, Penny, please. Your accent's harder than I thought. Did you know that Mr. Powers was sleeping in his room?
No! I wouldn't go in there unless I had some urgent message for him. I mean, it's his private... What kind of girl do you think I am?
What kind? No, I'm sure you're a fine girl. I'm sorry.
So much for getting a confirmation of Powers' alibi. What do we do, Nick? We haven't found anything. If WP was the only one who came to the studio, then he has to be the killer. They even have a photograph. Sorry. I know you're busy.
Not really.
Actually, there's been something bothering me. Aha! That's what I'm talking about! A clue! A lead! Well, I don't know about that, but that day, just after noon, I sensed someone was here.
You sensed?
Yes, several times.
Some other studio employees, maybe?
No, I don't think so. The only thing we had scheduled was an action scene run-through. I was the only assistant here that day. I had a feeling that it was someone from outside.
Really?
But wait, if someone had come in here, wouldn't that security lady have noticed them?
Yeah, you're right.
I'm sorry I don't have any better information than that. No, thanks, that helps us a lot. Anything helps. Let's go put that security lady on the spot.
So you sensed that someone other than the regular film crew was in the studio?
Yes,
I think. I'm going to sneeze. Christ alive.
Oof.
Thank you. I think doesn't cut it in a witness testimony.
Nick, what about that security lady? If someone else came into the studio, she must have seen them.
Yeah, alright. Alright, Maya, just chill out. October 16th, Global Studios, main gate.
What? You're still here? Really? You look as though you've seen a ghost.
No, but I figured not a ghost, banshee maybe, but
what? I saw that suspicious look on your face.
I wanted to ask you again about yesterday. You came here at 1 p.m., correct? The estimated time of Hammer's death was 2:30. Are you sure that Powers was the only one to go through here between those times?
Sure as can be. But we have a witness who thinks there was someone from outside here that day.
What? Are you absolutely sure you were watching the whole time? Ma'am?
Who was it? Who told you that? Who dares question me? Eek! Alright, you better tell me in quick, you spiky-haired cretin! Someone's been complaining about the work I do, eh?
We were just talking to the assistant in Studio 1.
Her! She's not even a full-time employee! All you youngins are like that nowadays, running your...
Oh, God. She left. There's a reason she's called Wendy Oldbag.
Well, Nick, now this is our chance to do what we can without her looking over our shoulders.
Let me take a look at that fucking computer. The computer that runs the studio security cameras.
Nick, maybe we can see that photo of Powers with his computer.
Yeah, maybe. Should I try the computer? Okay, let's give it a try. You know how to work these things, Nick? Looks like I just have to enter in a few numbers. Let's see. First, I need the date of the murder. Looks like the camera turned on at 1 p.m. that day. 1 p.m. That was when the security lady arrived at the guard station. 7:03? There, entered. Nothing happened. Huh? We got the number wrong. Yeah, let's go look at the camera again. Because I forget what the camera is called. Right. I see 307. 307. 307. There. Entered.
Hey, it printed out the data for that day.
Let's see what we got. Huh?
How is this a picture of Will? How is this a picture of Will Powers?
Well, he is the one who always wears that suit.
I guess that's why the security lady thought it was him. I don't imagine the detective was very happy with this photo as evidence. Something's printed out on the back.
Huh? October 15th, 2 p.m. Photo number 2.
What does that mean?
Maybe there's more photo data from that day?
Nope, that's the only one in the computer.
Powers? Question mark. Photo added to the court record.
Hey, Nick! Can't we use this photo as evidence for the trial?
Yeah.
We'll put that security lady in her place with this.
Right, we'll put her in her place.
Hey, that's what I said. Anyway, let's show her this photo and see what she says.
Wait, let's not.
Why not?
It's never a good idea to reveal your hand to the enemy too soon.
Nick, you're craftier than I gave you credit for. Why, you could be the next evil magistrate.
Hey, why do I have to be the villain?
Relax, it was just a joke. So are we done for today?
I think this photo is what we needed for the trial.
Still, it'd be better if we had some idea who the real killer was.
Maybe it really is the security lady. Cool. Look, now we're going to the day 1 in court. Yep, trial. Or day 2 trial, whatever. I think typically it's like investigation, trial, investigation, trial. I think maybe like the end cases tend to have like a 3-part. I think most of these have a 2-part. Miles, you bitch, you're here again. I've shamed you at least once now. Court's in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. The prosecution will show the court that on 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer in Studio 1 of Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact. I see. Very well, I would like to move on to some testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness. Very well, I call a most familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. Detective, if you would briefly describe the case to the court. Yes, sir. I'll explain with the guide map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studio, see? This here is the employee area. The actors did a run-through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studios. Security lady that worked at the studios was here at 1 p.m. on that day. Past the security station, there was a gate, see? Past that are the studios. And here it is, Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer, the defendant, Will Powers, and a young woman, the production assistant. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. And after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Now jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m. The production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was canceled. The time of death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. And that's the case in brief. Anyone like to hear that again? Should I listen to that whole thing again? Skip it. I think I probably remember that. So the murder weapon was a spear? How medieval. Your Honor, this case is quite simple if you ask one question. And that question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see? Understood. Let's call the security officer to the stand. Oh, is it gonna be a phone one? Will the witness declare her name?
My, aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered.
Your name, please.
Oh, dearie, no need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma.
Your name, please! Seems Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witnesses to say their names.
Wendy Oldbag, dearie. So just call me Grandma.
was Oldbag, not really... Oh, gosh. Objection! I object to the witness's talkativeness. Objection sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand.
I was just getting to the good part, dearie.
Perhaps we can get to the testimony? Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct?
Yes, see, I was.
And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you?
You know your stuff, dearie.
You may begin your testimony. She sure is one hell of an old bag.
On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest of it have been doing a run-through since the morning. I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5. Now the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Interesting to me because a certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers, that man right there, and he was heading towards the studio.
You saw the defendant, then? Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ooh, boy. Alright, what do we got? We have jack shit, so... Obviously, the attorney's badge and the card key are not going to be of use here. So we're going to be using the guide map, the photo, spear, and autopsy report as of right now. But I believe we have to press to get some more information. What kind of errands?
Oh, well, you know.
Answer the question.
Actually, I was watching poor Hammer and Powers. Observing, you know.
Observing? Weren't you supposed to be at the guard station?
Whippersnapper! I told you I locked the gate, didn't I? I did my job.
I'm not sure your boss would see it that way.
Anyway, I always watch Hammer's run-throughs. Always! Never missed one in all my years.
Wow. I want to see a Steel Samurai run through too. You could quit being a spirit medium and take up guard duty. Not a bad idea. "2 o'clock? You're sure?"
Sure as spit.
Well, who was the man?
Really, you should try not to get so excited at your age. You might strain something. Now, don't get your skivvies all in a bunch. I'll tell you who it was. It was Powers, that man right there, and he was headed towards the studio.
Nick? Doesn't she seem like she's enjoying this a little too much? Windbags love gossiping about other people's misfortunes. Ugh, can't you get her kicked somewhere else? I was about to say, you can't be sure it's Powers at all. Let me get this straight, old bag. Miss Old Bag. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? Well, you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you? Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. What is this exactly? None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Neo Old Tokyo. Miss Old Bag. Is this the Mr. Powers that you saw?
Of course. Didn't your mama teach you any sense, sonny? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right?
No, they can't! Well, I mean, I wonder. True, Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai.
I know that. I wasn't born yesterday.
No one in this court is accusing you of that, Miss, Witness. He's having trouble calling her old bag, apparently. However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you?
Nosy old man. Of course I have proof.
What? Huh? Even Edgeworth is surprised? The prosecution would like to ask the witness. Please make known all of the information in your possession ahead of time.
How was I to know everyone would be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you. Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me, this isn't any good as evidence, pal. He didn't even give it a second look.
Wow, all one bag is left, even Edgeworth's speechless. She's good. Let's hear about your proof, then. Poor Gumshoe gets shit on so much in this series.
I never say anything. I don't mean, mind you. That morning, during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now look at this picture. You can see he's dragging his legs, see? Clear as day. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy?
So he has sprained his ankle. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
She's gotta be hiding something. I'll press her until she squeals.
He broke a prop.
Sure did. His own samurai spear.
Samurai spear? The murder weapon?
Luckily, I was there with my duct tape to fix it.
This strikes me as a significant detail. I better write this down in the court record. Are you absolutely sure? Let's take a look at the picture again. So he was walking strangely because he was injured. It does look like he was dragging his foot.
See? And you didn't trust me, whippersnapper.
Was Mr. Powers' ankle badly sprained?
Not so bad that he couldn't walk around. He went to his dressing room to rest up after lunch.
Thus the nap.
Anyway, I saw him dragging his foot when he walked.
Dragging his foot. Okay.
Well, Nick? Find any glaring contradictions?
Well, she seems pretty sure that it was Powers in that photo. I guess I'll just press her and see if I can shake her conviction. Trip and fall?
Yes, and to think he's supposed to be the Steel Samurai. What a laugh. So Powers sprained his ankle. I helped make it better for him, of course.
You helped make it better?
I kissed it where it hurt.
Let's just skip over that part, shall we? Where was the assistant then?
Oh, her? She was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle.
You may continue your testimony. I think we've heard enough. Haven't we, Your Honor? Well, there is one thing that bothers me, which is, where's this Steel Samurai costume now? Actually, well, we couldn't find it. We're looking, though. Anyway, that's unimportant. The witness did see the Steel Samurai, yes. And it is clear that the person in the Steel Samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers. I suppose that's right. Are you sure you're sure, Your Honor? Hold it right there! We keep talking possibilities, but we have to agree that this photo shows the Steel Samurai. Nowhere in this photo can we see Mr. Will Powers. The defense has a point. I also wonder if someone else not caught on camera could have killed Mr. Hammer. We have to consider that possibility also. Then allow me to remove that doubt from your mind, Mr. Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please?
No need to ask twice. The time of poor Hammer's death was 2 p.m., true? The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them.
So if no one else went to the studio, then it would have to be the Steel Samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Yeah, I was about to say, this is the second photo of the day, so... Hold on! Look at this photograph one more time. This photo was taken by the camera at the gate for the studios, correct? Yes, sirree, Sonny. So whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture? And here I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground. Right. Anyway, it's also true that the computer in the guard station records all security cam data. Ooh, you know, if you wanted to work at the studio, we might have an opening. That very computer printed out this photo. Note that on the back of the photo are printed the words October 15th, 2 p.m., photo number 2. Even I know that it means it was taken at 2 p.m. on October the 15th. Really, Sonny? Actually, I knew that too. The issue here is the bit at the end where it says, photo number 2. Photo number 2? The computer only held data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this photo be photo number 1 if it really was the only photo? Order! Order! Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright. Actually, that's what I wanted to ask the witness. This evidence shows that not 1, but 2 people went to the studio that day. Yet there's only data for one of those photos. Who could have erased the data for the other photo? Only someone with access, the security lady herself. Eh? You watch your mouth, whippersnapper. The only person I saw that day was Will Powers. But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by. Objection, indeed. Well, yes, that's what it would seem to mean. Can the witness explain this to the court? I don't understand these newfangled computer things. Edgy boy, help. Huh? Believe me, I want to, but I don't know what that means either. Some help you are. You're a whippersnapper, too. Whippersnapper? Something the matter, Miss Oldbag? Ah, that's right. I just remembered something. Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate. Someone other than the Steel Samurai. Well, yes, I suppose you could put it that way. I remember playing this on the DS and being able to literally yell objection. That's right. That's right. The Ace Attorney games were on the DS, which had a built-in mic, so you could actively yell things like objection, hold it, or take that if you wanted to. I see. Your testimony, please. Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the security computer and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see. Come to think of it now, I remember throwing out one photo that day. Miss Oldbag, this is the first I've heard of this. Well, of course, Sonny, I only just remembered it. Right. Anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination. Well, I'd say this was a turn for the unexpected, but I kind of expected this. Every day after I finish my... Oh, yeah, right. Cross-examination. This case was a wild ride. This case is nothing. This is tame compared to a lot of the later ones, even in the same game. Well, who in the heck was in that photo you erased? A fanboy. Fanboy? Steel Samurai fanboys. Real freaks, if you ask me. They get information about the rehearsals from gosh knows where. They're always hanging about. One was there that day. Oh, wait a second. Didn't you just say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Those were your words. Well, if you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee area. The grate had been loose for a while. It leads outside and, well, that's where they come in. They come in through the drain? I told you they were freaks. Oh, and... they're kids.
Children, whippersnappers.
Kids! So, on the photo that you erased...
It was a boy, probably 2nd or 3rd grade.
What? Order! Order! Let me get this straight. You saw 2 people pass by the gate on their way to the studios that day? One was the Steel Samurai dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be in about 2nd or 3rd grade?
Oh, yes, well, we see this type over there every day. Can't stop him. Can't catch him.
Boy in 2nd or 3rd grade? I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield a samurai spear. Impossible, I would think. It's quite heavy.
Right. As I said, I didn't pay him much mind. That's why I erased the data.
Nick? What's going on? I mean, the boy was there. That makes him a suspect. Yeah, and they're already trying to unsuspect him. This court will take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information. And no forgetting vital information this time. October 18th, 11:08 a.m. District Court, Defendant, Lobby, number 3. Mr. Powers?
Yes?
Tell me straight, were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio.
I didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping, honest. So who was the Steel Samurai in that security photo?
How should I know? The Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really.
What? You should take better care of that stuff.
I couldn't imagine anyone would want to steal a Steel Samurai costume. So, where does this leave me? Doesn't look good. You're the only likely suspect right now.
Nick! What are we gonna do?
First, we play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could conceivably have done this.
Right. And it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day.
Right. But if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot.
You don't sound very optimistic.
I'm not optimistic at all, actually.
Hey, Nick, it's time.
Okay, let's go.
What does that mean?
Please don't sigh like that. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution's thoughts on this matter? The prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studios was a boy of roughly 10 years of age. The photos we do have may not be hard evidence, but there is still no one else that could have committed this crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Will Powers. Very well. Mr. Wright, your thoughts? The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who could have committed this crime. Order! Interesting. Let us hear who you have in mind. However, beware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized. Right. As if the stakes weren't high enough. So who is this person other than Mr. Powers that could have committed the murder? Oh, goodness me, oh my. I forget exactly how this one works. This is one of those cases where, like, I try and remember things, and, my brain shoves information, like, from later in the case forward. So let's try and think this through logically. It's not going to be the security lady, obviously. But then you have the issue of the fact that, the grade school boy is there. Oh, goodness me. Well, yeah, no, thinking about it, I think we're gonna take a shot in the dark and we're gonna go for Old Bag. Because technically she doesn't have an alibi. It was the security lady, Wendy Oldbag. Who? Oh, I think I actually nailed it. Shit. The Steel Samurai is dragging his leg in this picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about that morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury. The security lady, Oldbag.
What? Whippersnapper! Woo!
Order! Order! Is this true, Oldbag?
Oldbag? That's Miss Oldbag to you.
Miss Oldbag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the Steel Samurai costume, then slipped into Studio 1, the scene of the murder. Why would she go through the trouble of wearing the Steel Samurai costume? Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in his costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers. I see. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright. Oh yeah, right here. Sherlock Holmes the second, baby. That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he need to jump up with an ejection and some new damning evidence? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter? The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time.
What? What's that supposed to mean? Oh, so you all think I did it? Is that it? Edgy boy, don't just sit there, do something.
That's my move. Maybe now's my chance to take this the whole way? Give Granny a break. We're gonna press further. The very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Oldbag's actions on that day.
But why would I do something so horrible to poor Hammer?
You forget that Mr. Powers likes to clear motive too. Indeed. That did it. Now Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope.
Wait just a minute. What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy, the one whose photo I erased.
He's only a grade school as you said. Second or third grade, was it?
That doesn't matter. When I was that age, I could pin my old man in 10 seconds tops.
Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? That boy is not the killer.
What? How can you be so sure? Oh, or is it be nice to the kids and mean to your elders' day, whippersnapper?
I have proof.
Proof?
Indeed. Then let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows the boy could not have committed this murder? Oh yeah, because you have to... Here you go. Take that! The scene of the murder, as we all know, was Studio 1. However, you need a card key to enter Studio 1. How could a boy with no formal relation to the studio have a card key? I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this? The Windbag, speechless. This has got to be a first. Very well. The court will suspend proceedings of the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness, Miss Windy... What was her name? Something Oldbag, Your Honor. Then the prosecution will look further into this Oldbag before we continue. That is all. The court is adjourned.
Wait a second! I'm not going to just sit here while you were off barking up the wrong tree. Me! I'm talking.
Okay. Stop the presses. The Windbag wants to talk. Miss Oldbag, what is this all about? Have you omitted something from your testimony?
Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about.
Not to talk about? By whom? Huh? You mean it wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to talk? Well, testify.
Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? So they told me to just pretend they hadn't been at the studios that day. But if you're going to get accusing me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free.
Miss Oldbag, this is crucial information. Why did you keep this from the court until now?
Ain't you been listening? They told me to shut my trap, and I always do what I'm told.
No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the Oldbag. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Who are these other people? Who are these people?
Well, the director and the producer, for starters.
The director? We should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of their action scene without a director? Of course!
Yes, well, I was surprised no one asked about it.
So where were these people?
The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime and they had a meeting after that.
Where?
Oh, in the Studio 2 trailer.
Studio 2? There was a Studio 2?
Well, if you look at the guide map. Here it is. You go through the gate and all the way to the left.
The path where the monkey's head was fallen over. Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue with the cross-examination? I think I've already asked all my questions, but... I think that's all I really need. Your Honor, we have learned there were others at Global Studios on the day in question. The director and the producer, and some bigwigs were all present. Yet, as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers. The court acknowledges the defense's point. The prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Ms. Oldbag, and more information about these other people we have just been told of. I understand, Your Honor. This ends the day's proceeding in the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. The court is adjourned. October 18th, 1:04 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 3.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ray. I was right to ask you to defend me.
Aw, really? It's nothing. Or should I? We'll be going down to the studios to do some more investigating. We have to find out more about this director and producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain. So now's my chance to get the material for the cross-examination.
So, Nick, have we figured out just who it was in that Steel Samurai costume?
Could it really been that? Could it have really been Old Windbag? What do you think, Mr. Powers?
I don't think it was her, really.
Neither do I, Nick. Yeah, I know. Look, I was just buying time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off Mr. Powers. Poor Old Windbag. I kind of feel kind of sorry for her. Well, she wasn't winning any points in there, with or without my accusation. Okay, let's get down to the studios. Right! We'll be back to visit you soon.
Thanks. Thanks, guys.
To be continued. I don't feel sorry for her. Yeah, most people don't. Don't worry. Alright, I think we're going to go ahead and call it there for tonight. It seems like a good place to end it. Considering that we managed to get through the second case, and now we are into the second day of investigation for case 3. So we're gonna meet some characters this time. Oh boy. But yeah, that was a fun stream. I sincerely hope that everyone who came out had a good time. You did? Oh, that's good. Okay. So yeah, that's going to do it for tonight's stream. We're going to be continuing with more of Phoenix Wright next week for sure. Tomorrow is Sunday. And as always, my schedule will be posted, though I can already tell you guys it is going to be more of Ace Attorney and more Heavy Rain. It'll probably be almost like the exact same schedule, with like Ace Attorney on Wednesday and Saturday and more Heavy Rain on Friday. I don't know. I might switch it up and do like Ace Attorney, Heavy Rain, but anyway, yeah. Both of those are going to be there for next week. So, nothing too crazy. But anyway, like I said, hope everyone had a good time. We're gonna go ahead and raid. I think that Ellie is still doing her. Yeah, she is still doing her. Well, maybe, I don't know. Let me double check, make sure she's not like, you know, about to end stream or some shit. Well, yeah, because she's been going. I think she's about to end, so maybe not. Because it seems like she's on her just chatting screen, not in the game, so she might be finishing up. So I don't think we'll be rating her. Because I don't want to send you guys. Yeah, she is okay. Yeah, I don't want to send you guys and be like, oh shit, it's ending, and then like have her send you guys somewhere else. As funny as that would be, but it's a thought that counts, right? But anyway, we'll call it here. Everyone who came out, as always, thank you for coming out. Thanks again, Dusk, for the raid. Thanks, I don't know if Hezekiah is still here or not, but I'll thank him anyway for the follow. And everyone else who is lurking or otherwise, thanks for showing up. And I hope to see you guys next stream next week. Remember, schedule comes out tomorrow on the Twitter. But until next stream, everyone take care, have a good night, and I will see you next time. And until then, bye-bye.